Hey y'all! Today let's dive into an abbreviated history of King Feature's Syndicate. You might wonder, what is that and why should I care? Well, stick around because chances are you've encountered one of their characters or creations at some point. So let's dive in. This story starts with the birth of William Randolph Hearst in 1863, the son of George Hearst, a millionaire mining engineer and U.S. Senator. In 1880, George acquired the San Francisco Examiner as repayment for a gambling debt. William took over management in 1887 and transformed it into a successful paper by using his familial wealth to embrace new technologies and acclaimed writers. After his father's passing in 1891, Hearst ventured to New York and acquired the struggling New York Morning Journal. This move set the stage for an intense rivalry with Joseph Pulitzer's New York World. Never one to shy away from using finances as a means of success, Hearst acquired cartoonist Richard F. Outcault from Pulitzer. Outcault's creation, The Yellow Kid, became a sensation, inspiring artists across the nation and laying the groundwork for what we now know as the Sunday Funnies. On top of this, Hearst also mastered a style of journalism that came to be known as yellow journalism, named after the Yellow Kid, which meant that it was tainted by rumor, propaganda, and sensationalism, all to drive sales. He soon expanded his empire by launching newspapers in Chicago, Los Angeles, and Boston. With a wide web of business and influence, Hearst and his manager, Moses Konigsberg, decided to consolidate all of Hearst enterprises under one banner, King Feature's Syndicate, in 1914. In 1929, Popeye the Sailor Man debuted in King Feature's Thimble Theater comic strip, followed by hits like Blondie and Flash Gordon. They also licensed and distributed merchandise of characters like Betty Boop, Felix the Cat, and even numerous comic strip adaptations from Walt Disney Studios. They even handled popular animation and TV characters like Howdy Doody and Mr. Magoo. By 1935, King Features had become an unstoppable force, with a vast network of newspapers, magazines, radio stations, and even motion picture companies under its belt. Hearst remained personally involved with this publishing empire until his death in 1951, supporting artists and overseeing all new features, with Mort Walker's Beetle Bailey being the last comic strip he personally approved. In 1967, King Features ventured into comic book publishing, although this was short-lived and the books were then continued by Charlton Comics. That same year, they pitched the Beatles on turning Yellow Submarine into an animated movie, a gem still cherished today. In the mid-1980s, King Features absorbed a handful of other syndicates, adding the likes of Dennis the Menace and the Family Circus to their repertoire. The 90s brought about a desire to bring in some edgier creations, leading to additions such as Baby Blues, Mutts, and Zits. As time progressed and newspapers experienced cutbacks, King Features debuted its first digital offerings in 1998. This service was later renamed Daily Ink in 2004 and offered vintage and current comic strips, puzzles, and editorial cartoons. An improved version of this service, Comics Kingdom, was launched in 2008. Most recently, King Features Animation debuted The Cuphead Show on Netflix, an animated series based on the video game Cuphead by Studio MDHR, which is known for its use of fully hand-drawn characters and animations in the style of Fleischer Studios. Today, King Features Syndicate is the leading distributor of comics, columns, editorial cartoons, puzzles, and games globally. And that's all I have for you. So have you interacted with a King's property before? Because they are everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So have a wonderful day out there.